So we call it describing distribution. Distribution means a group of data, okay? Using number. So we have a few important numbers that we have to know. Okay, so the three number that I'm going to list it down here is called central measure. So that's why I call center data. So each of them, you must know what is the meaning. Okay, can you tell me what is the meaning of mode? Highest frequency, okay? You can say it's highest frequency. That means number with highest frequency. What do you mean by with highest frequency? If a layman don't understand the frequency, so now, yes, you can say the number appears the most time. So when you want to write a report, the word that we use, you have to explain what do you mean by frequency. So if I give this definition for mode, it will be a better one. So layman will be able to understand. You get me? So remember, bear in mind, when you do your folio, your report writing, if you give to your mom read and she can understand, that means you are successful. You see what I mean? So your mom is the best reader for your report. I just bet. So involve your mom in writing your report. Let her read through. That will be the best. Okay, so that is the mode. This is one of the center of measure. What type of data will you use? We find mode. And how do we present? Okay. So you tell me what type of data will we find that mode is useful to describe that? Like, for example, a company, they want to produce the shoes, okay? So which is the most important thing? How many shoes, what type of size they are going to produce, how many of them? Do you think mode is very important? If I know that the mode shoe size is size 6, so I should produce more of that, correct? So different numbers of center of data will give you, in a different situation, it is more important. Okay, next one. What do you mean by mean? What do you mean by median? Okay, who can tell me the meaning of median? Middle number. So if you just say middle number, do you give me a very accurate? Do you give me a very accurate? Yes, you have to say. So when I say median, that means the position, number in position, number position. Okay, I should say number position, not in. Number position. Where is it? In the middle of an ordered set. When we say ordered set means either from big to small or small to big. Where is the position? In the middle. So later I will teach you how to interpret. Okay, now, how about mean? What do you mean? Mean, in another word, is we call it average. So in mean, whenever we talk about mean, from now onward, you should be mean. I also can say is an expected value. So if my mean, if your mean class mark, okay, for example, if the mean is 60%, which means that I expect my student to get 60% out of 100% for the mark. 60 mark out of 100 mark. This is called expected value. So bear in mind, other than say average, it also means the expected value. That means if I pick any student for my class, I expect to get that mark. Okay, so that is called the expected value. Okay, so now, if I give you a sample, the size is 9, and the variable I'm talking about is, I call it X, is the height. Okay, the height. So I got this set of data. So my sample size is N is equal to, this is called sample size. So I have a sample of sample size 9. Then the variable that I'm talking about here is the height. So every time when you talk about statistic, you have to talk about your variable. So I have 154 cm, 139 cm, 154 cm, 192 cm, 180 cm, 140 cm, 154 cm, 155 cm, and 192 cm. Okay, good. Can you please tell me what is the mode? Okay, 154, because 154 appear 3 times. All right? So I say the mode is 154. Okay, can you tell me the mean? Okay, look, the symbol for mean is a sample. So we put a bar here and an X here. And here we write the sample size. See the notation. And how do we calculate? We calculate sum of the data divide by the number of data. And how is the symbol look like? The symbol for sum is like that. So when I put I means I have 9 data. So the number of, and this one we put N. So can you find the sum? Okay. Can you? Okay, what is the answer? Oh, 162.2. Yeah, very fast. total is 1460. 1460, 162.2. So 146.2 cm. Okay, now, how about the median? You know how to find the median? Remember, median you must arrange. Okay, so when you talk about median, first of all, you have to know how many data do you have. We try to use this formula to find what? To find the position. Okay, so I have my n is 9, 9 plus 1 divided by 2. So the fifth data. So actually when I arrange, if I arrange from small to big, I just need to find the fifth data. So the first one is 139. Second one is 140. Third one is 154. Fourth one is 154. And the fifth one is 154. So this is the median. The rest I don't have to arrange. Clear? This is the first, second, third, fourth, and this is the fifth. So the median is 154. Okay, now I want to teach you how to use your GC to get all this at one go. Yes?
I thought since it was even number, we have to take the average of the fifth and sixth position.
No, this is 9. I have only 9 data.
I see. I'm mistaken.
Yeah, okay. So now I want to teach you how to use your GC. So everyone, you have your GC with you. Go to stack. Okay, GC, important. I put in red. Go to stack. Okay, you have stack. STAT. Okay, select edit. Select number 1. Okay, key into L1. You want to key into L2 also can. It doesn't matter to me. Okay, key into L1 all this number. You don't have to go by. Okay, if you want to clear whatever data you have in L1, correct? You just put your cursor at L1. Then you put clear. Then everything will be clear. Then you can key in the new data. Do you get me? So now everyone key in 154. Next 139. Next 154. Next 192. Next 180. Next 140. 154 again. And 155. And 192. Done? Key này đi. All done. Okay. So you put second mode. Every time you have to quit from there. Second mode. After you key in already, you quit. Then you press stack again. Done? Then go to calculate. Select CALC. Then select one var stack. Number 1. Then you have this list, right? So if your list is in L1, then you type L1. If not, by default, it will be L1. There's no frequency. So leave it blank. Then you go down to calculate. Frequency, just leave it blank. Then you go down to calculate. Then you press enter. Okay, do you get all that? Hello, do you get all that?
Yes, Miss.
Yeah, you get all that, correct? Do you get the mode? You go further down. Minimum is 139. Then what else do you see? Can I know what else do you see? Do you understand all the symbol given? Okay, I go to the next page. Huh? This one you understand, right? This is the mean. This one, do you understand? I mean, x1 plus x2 plus until xn. This one, do you know what it means? It means x1 square plus x2 square plus until the last one that you key in. Do you know what is this? Can anyone give me? What is that stand for? What is this stand for? Do you want to try? No one want to try. Never mind, you don't want to try. Huh? Hello? You want me to tell you? Huh? I got this problem again with your class. 24. Okay, no problem. Yeah. Yes? Anyone want to try? Hakim, you want to let me know what is this? Huh?
Standard deviation.
Yes, but be very careful. This is the standard. After I will explain deviation of sample. So if we are taking this as a sample, correct, our standard deviation, we should take this. The other one, because they got different formula. This one is the standard deviation of the population. Okay, later I will explain in the later chapter. Okay, and you should know what is it, correct? Number of data. Okay, next one. Minimum you should know, correct? Yeah, next one. Do you know what is Q1? Do you know what is Q1? Since we are talking about, I just let you know the meaning. Lower quartile. Okay, correct. You are talking about lower. All this you learn in year 11, correct? Lower quartile, or we call it first quartile. Okay. Then after that, median is the second quartile, okay? But we don't call it second quartile, we say median. Wonderful, right? Your graphic calculator can tell you. Yeah. This median, you know. MED is median. Okay. Then after that, the third quartile. Go on, Sorry. Median. Mid. Okay, median. Then after that, you got the third quartile. upper quarter, you can call that, yeah. Or we can call it third quarter. Okay, then after that, maximum, that's it. Okay, now, I want to base on here, we know that the median is 154, is it? 154. So how do you interpret this value? How do you interpret this value? I want you to tell me, how do you interpret the value? Now, I want to teach you how to interpret. Who can give me? We say it's in the middle. So what does that mean? Yeah, you can use percentile, correct? So what do you mean by percentile? We have the 50 percentile. You can use percentile, yeah. It's not wrong. You tell your mom percentile, your mom will tell you, I don't understand. 50 percentile, and this is qua means 25. This is 75. So the question can ask you, give me the 50 percentile. That means ask for median. So if I want to explain to someone, so what can I say? How to make it so that the person can understand? Okay, the number of place in the middle, so what? So if now I got 9 data, so what can you say? My sample size is 9, so I can tell people that half of my data is less than 154 and half of them is more than 154. Can I say like that? Can I use half of the data? 50% of my data is more than 154 and the other 50% is less than 154. But how big are they and how small are they? I don't know. You get me? That is how you, okay. And I told you already, the mean we say is the expected. Mean is the expected number. So that means if I pick out of 9 of them, okay, every one of them, I expect their height to be, okay, what is the mean? 20. No, the mean is 162. I expect the height to be 162.2 cm. This got expected height. So later we will talk about in chapter 7. So when you calculate a number, that number tells us something. So we try to interpret. You get me? Okay, Anna. So you know how to use your calculator to calculate all this? What is the meaning of mean? Expected outcome. I expect to have that. Okay. And the median, that means 50% of my data is more than that value and the other 50% is less than that value. Okay, Anna? Okay, if you look at your page 160, 161, you can read that through. Median, okay, middle value of an ordered data set. How to find? You can use the formula to get the answer. Yeah. So, and if you look at 162, if you look at 162, okay, can you please look at 162? Anyone don't have your book with you? Anyone don't have your book with you? Everyone got your book, huh? Okay, can you please read through 162? Talk about the positively skewed and negatively skewed. Okay, we want to talk about the shape of distribution. Okay, this is talking about the shape of distribution. This is more for continuous variable, correct? Okay, so if I have a histogram like this, okay, you look, you have a few very small number. Right? Or if you talk about continuous variable, it means you go like that. This axis, the vertical axis is frequency. Or later we will learn about, okay, this is the variable. Okay. So here is definitely the mode. Right? Yeah. Am I right? So you have a very small number, a few very small number. So what will these few very small number affect the median? Can someone tell me? It will affect the mean. It will make the mean higher or lower. Like for example, in your class, most of you all get this mark, but I have a few students that get very low. So it will pull down the mean. So the mean will be around here. And the median will be around here. 50% of them. Okay, this will be the median. So this one, we call it skew, negatively skewed. Okay, negatively skewed. Got it? Or we call it left skew. So that means you have a few very, very small number. A few only. Got it? So the positively skewed, I don't have to explain. So symmetrical means symmetrical. Okay, symmetrical means you have the mode, the mean, and the median, they are of the same value. So you have equal number to the left and equal number to the right. So this is we call symmetrical. So symmetrical distribution, the mean, the mode, and the median are the same. And in chapter 8, we call this normally distributed. So we will study this distribution, normally distributed. So normally distributed means they are symmetrical. Okay, if this is normally distributed, with the mean, I give you the mean is equal to 100. Just now, what is our question? I'm only 162.2. 162.2 centimeter. Okay, what can you say about them? How do you interpret this? If something is normally distributed. I will say 50% of the group height is less than 162.2 cm. See, I can interpret like that. But if skewed left, skewed right, okay, like if it's skewed, correct? If my mean is equal to, okay, look, if my mean is equal to, for example, I put 143 cm. So do you know how I interpret? How do you interpret for this case? Because the median is here. I will say more than 50% of the data is more than 143 cm. Cannot? You see, the skewness can tell you. So you have to memorize this. It's understood. If there are a few data which is very small, you will pull down the median. If there are a few data that is very high, it will pull up the median. One very good example of positively skewed distribution. Are you all listening? Is monthly income per household. Agree with me or not? Monthly income per household. Okay, if you look, you think many households have the income of more than 100,000 per month? Definitely no. So our monthly income per household, correct? The mean, correct? So you pull up the mean. So does it give you the actual picture? No. So that's why sometimes when we talk about this one, correct? All this, the skewness of the one is very important. So just look at the mean itself. It doesn't give you a good picture of the thing. It will give you, yeah, I expect to have that. So when you read the report, from the newspaper, when they give you the mean, you don't just satisfied with looking at the mean. So when you present your report, other than present the number, mean, mode, or median, you should also try to present the distribution so that people who know and you interpret for them to see. So this one doesn't give a very good picture of the monthly income. So when they do that one, correct? They didn't tell us the skewness one. The monthly income per household is definitely skewed right. Okay, so I give you some examples. Okay, so the rest you can read from the book. Okay, Anna? So now you have a better understanding of the meaning of the mean, the mode, and the median, and why we must have that, and why must we have the shape of the distribution also. Got it? Hello? So you can do exercise 6B.1. 6B.2, there's a median. Okay, so now allow me to talk about part C. On that note, I finished teaching, I'm telling you. Okay. So because this is a chapter that you have done before, so I can go a bit fast. You see or not? So you need to try using your graphic calculator. Yeah. Okay, now, just now, okay, so all these are talking about mean. Go on. This one is a single number to give you a picture of the data. Just a single number. But do I know how big is the data? How small is the data? What is the biggest number? What is the smaller number? I don't know. So in statistics, we have another part. What do we call it? We want to describe. We want to describe not by using a number. We want to talk about the spread of the data. The spread. So this is where your part C come from. We call it the spread of the data. We have two types. How can you do? Hello, just now someone told me you can find the range. Can you tell me how to get the range? Maximum minus minimum. Okay, look, when you talk about range, maximum minus minimum, let me give you a set of data like that. Okay, have a look at this. Can you tell me what is the range? Can you tell me what is the range? Can you tell me what is the range? Very big, am I right? Why is the range very big? Why is the range very big? Why is the range very big? Do you think it will affect the mean? Huh? So, look, the range is very big. The reason is because I have this. So in statistics, when I have a number which is very distant away from the other number, so what do we call it?
Outlier.
Yes, we call this outlier. So outlier, it will affect the mean and the, okay. So now, can you please use your, okay, before we do calculation, okay, so that is called the, so if there is an outlier, I purposely put this one out to introduce to you what is the meaning of outlier. Okay, now, if we want to find standard deviation, okay, we are going to use this formula. Listen. This is for sample, standard deviation, okay? Now, if, okay, so this symbol is SX, so if for population standard deviation, the formula is this. And the mean, we use this symbol. Remember, population mean. Okay. Over n. There must be a square. So you look, both involve mean. All right, both involve mean. So actually standard deviation is talking about how much each data deviate from where? From where? I minus the mean, correct? From mean. Some are more than the mean. So if this is the mean, how far is spread from the mean? So that is the meaning of standard deviation. Some can be bigger, some can be smaller. So we take the data minus the mean. If we get negative value, if we square it, it will be positive. So if you don't put the square, so actually variance have no meaning. You see the word variance? Okay, why you need to square it when you do variance is talking about because some of the data is less than the mean. So that you square it, you sum up all the difference of the square. You sum up the square of all the difference. Are you clear? So when we talk about standard deviation, we are talking about how much each data deviate from where? From the mean. So when you are in you also got use this formula, correct? Do you have this formula? These two is the same formula. So we are using this formula. Is this formula important? Yes, when we go to chapter 7. I will go through this again. Okay, so now, can you please key in the calculator, this one, with the outlier? Then you tell me what is the mean, what is the mode, and what is the standard deviation. Everything we jot down. So we want to see how outlier will affect the value. Okay, I'm going to write it down again. With and without outlier. You have the data or not? Key in ID. You can go to stack, go to L1 also. You go to L1, you delete. Clear? Okay. The 9,000 you can key in last, so that after you can delete it off. We see how outlier affect our numerical value. Okay, with outlier, without outlier. Okay, with outlier means you have 21, 20, 22, 25, 21, 23, 9,000. Okay, the mean. One 1,304.57. Right? The standard deviation, we take the sample standard deviation, 339.3. 3393.3. Am I right? Is Mr. correct? Median 22. It doesn't give the mode, huh? This one got mode or not? Is there a mode? Yeah, mode is 21. Okay, without outlier. Hello, class? Someone is missing again. Class, do you get me? Hello? Brandon, can you hear
Yeah.
Mr.?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is Mr. answer correct?
Yeah.
Brandon, is my answer correct? Then
Yeah.
without outlier, what do you think without outlier? Can you give me the answer? I delete off the 9,000. You delete. Then you go back to stack again. Then add. Calculate one bar stack. Okay. Brandon, can you give Mr. the mean?
22.
22. Okay, good. How about the The standard deviation, sample standard deviation,
1.79.
1.79. Okay, how about the mean, the median?
21.5.
21.5 because of here, am I right?
Yep.
The mode still 21, correct? Okay, what conclusion can you make? What conclusion can you make? What is the effect of outlier? Jian, can you tell me what is the effect of outlier?
Skew the mean value calculation.
Yeah, if the outlier is very big, it will pull up the mean and pull out the spread. Correct? Okay? The spread will be very big. So that is the effect of outlier. So when you are doing your report, if you are collecting data and you got outlier, right? You can do this calculation and you say that that's why we have to omit the outlier. Because the outlier doesn't give a good picture of the whole thing. You get me? So that's why I want to explain this outlier. Because for the past, correct, all my students, correct, they don't consolidate all this together. So now you have to put a note when I'm writing my report. These are the things that I can include to discuss so that you have more to discuss. You get me? So there are a few important points that you have to jot down. So actually from now onward, I keep telling you what to do so you can prepare for your folio already actually. You get me? What are the things that you want to put in? Okay? So on that note, listen, I finished. Can you please? What you need to do is for chapter 6, you just need to use your graphic calculator. Okay? So tomorrow I will teach you how to use your graphic calculator for the table one. Can or not? Then we will discuss some of the questions. Get me? So that Wednesday I can do something else. I can straight away go into chapter 7, which is much more important for your SAT. Can or not? Hello? So please do your work. Thank you, class.
All right.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you, Miss. Thank you, Miss.
Yeah.